Welcome back to another episode of Holy Banter with Annie and Christina. And we're here today with Rachel Christianson, Emily Mason, and Tish Cronin, who are part of a team launching our new women's ministry this fall called She Shall Be Called Woman, but the acronym or the short name is She.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We were just kind of getting ourselves situated and cozy here in our little podcast room, talking kind of like recapping about the weekend, how everybody's doing. And Rachel was sharing with us about going to 10:30 Mass this last Sunday, the 20th. We're trying to remember the name of the priest. We think maybe it
Sounds like Father Hellman, but I wasn't there.
If you were there, you experienced something so fun and beautiful and profound. But the couple of us weren't there. So
what was so profound about this?
Well, he just had a gentle cadence to how he presided, and which kind of set the tone. It was just so pleasant. And then he just really cued in on the relationship piece of making everyone feel welcome. It was just very welcoming. So, because the theme was Mary and Martha and hospitality and all that. And he said, now, everyone is in the family. Who in the family don't you know? Like next to you.
Yeah.
And he was like, welcome them.
yeah.
And so we all had this opportunity to
Oh my gosh, it was like instant conversation and just like happy energy in the middle of his homily.
Yes.
Everyone was turning
What was during the homily?
I turned around and saw Andrea and her family, and we like grabbed hands. I got emotional. It was like chills.
Yes.
It was so special. And he disappeared. He didn't stand up there and go, good job, everybody. No. He just disappeared.
Yes. And so it was just a beautiful, welcoming environment. And I guess I'll take the lead to say that's what we hope to have with She.
Beautiful segue. Well done, Rachel. So I'm just going to give a little bitty background on our three fabulous guests we have here, because some of you may not know our ladies here. So we met, I say we, because I had originally started to be a part of this group back in November. Everybody came to my house. It was an awful rainy night. I couldn't believe we had 14 ladies show up. And that was the beginning of the what does this look like phase. And some gals have continued to stay in the heart of the group and have built the group to what it is and what it's going to be. And then some of us have been like, no, I can't do this. And that one of those was me. Rachel Christianson, you are kind of a new Catholic. Am I correct?
My husband Eric and I came into the church in Easter of 2022. So we had been Christ followers nearly all of our lives, but we felt a call to the church.
So glad you did. And you are the small group coordinator of the group. And we're going to get into the meat of what this will entail, but there's going to be breaking off into small groups after a video is shown. All right. And then we have Emily Mason, the lovely, delightful, gentle Emily Mason, mother of how many? 4 or 5?
I have 4.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Wonderful, wonderful family. Yes. We're actually kind of newer to Zionsville. I'm originally from Georgetown or Lexington, Kentucky. Raised in Georgetown, Kentucky, lived in Lexington, Kentucky. My husband got transferred to a job up here in Indiana, and we have been here for 4 years, and I absolutely love Zionsville. Love St. August. This is the best parish.
And if I remember correctly, you were super on board with this group pretty early on because you were craving
Catholic women. Catholic women. Yes. I am from, where I was raised, there was a small Catholic school that I attended and a Catholic church, but I was in the Baptist belt of Kentucky. And my husband's actually Baptist. And just growing up in that kind of environment was fine, but a lot of questions, a lot of wondering, like, what is, why are you Catholic? A little bit of judgment with that. So it's so nice to have my children be in more of a Catholic community kind of growing them up in this church, in this area. So I have always seeked like a strong Catholic community, and I finally have found it up here. And when this was getting launched, I was just on board because I want to know, I want to be around Catholic women that share stories of the saints and talking about the Virgin Mary and all that great stuff. I want to be around that.
And what you have to do in order to get where you are. So you're not from here, you don't know the community, but what you have to do is put yourself out there.
Right, right.
And it takes a lot of courage to do that, which is again exactly what we hope that many women who are going to listen to this, they feel comfortable step into this. You're not alone. Everybody's had to kind of step out of their comfort zone.
Right, right. Show that vulnerability.
And you are the food coordinator.
Yeah. I love food, so that's a perfect role for me. Yeah, I like to cook and everything. So yeah, I'm really excited about getting that together. But food brings everybody together. So I'm that gal.
I admire that because that always stresses me out. But I find other people to do that for me.
And then we have the fabulous and spunky Tish Cronin. When I met Tish, I don't know if you know this, I instantly was like, I like her. There is a confidence about you. There is also an honesty and a truth about you where I think that you know who you are, like where you're willing to go. You a couple times while the group was exploring and discerning, you would just kind of step in and you would say what everyone was thinking. It is so awesome, such an honor for you to like kind of lead a little bit, but also be willing to let go of what you think that you don't want to do. I think you have so much to offer.
Tish is the reluctant leader here.
She is the core team leader.
It is so known that I am the reluctant leader. Everyone knows where I stand on that, but everyone just keeps insisting.
So hey, but this is what I'm trying to bring this back around because I thought about this morning. I think it's a testament truly to how maybe we all have a little bit of that. I don't know if I want to commit. We see a leader who is not resistant, but just cautious. That gives us a little bit, well, if Tish is doing it, I'm going to do it. That's how I felt anyway.
You are a natural leader. I think you just seemed a little scared of the commitment and just what it's going to look like.
Yeah, I think I'm unknown. It was just everything from the very beginning when we started meeting in November, which I have been very committed to this as a person who went to the first meeting going, I don't know. I'm not really sure why. Thank you, Kate Shea.
That's exactly what I remember.
Yeah, she brought me along and I came to the second meeting and first thing I said, I think was, I didn't think I was coming back. But it's awesome. Us in this room have we've never missed a meeting really. We've been meeting a lot of times and it has just been a testament to all of us. And they keep pushing me forward. They keep pushing me forward. And I just keep telling myself at this point where I can't get out of this role that it's not about me. Right? And that's what I need to tell myself. I need to know that it's not about me. I can do this and it's about Jesus and it's about the stars of this program, which are not really any of us. Right. We're all called here together to showcase this national program that is by Kate. And we'll get into that, I'm sure.
Beautiful.
Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Because you've been at the parish for quite a while.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I have. 20 years, maybe ish.
And you have
I
any children?
have a husband, awesome Jason, and 4 awesome kids, daughters, 4 girls. 2 are grown and have left, moved away to Colorado and South Carolina, 1 at IU, and 1's going to be a freshman in high school.
Where are you from? Because you have a southern accent.
Indiana. I am. I'm
Southern Indiana.
What part of Southern Indiana?
Tell City, Perry County. Kind of an hour between Louisville.
Yeah.
Right on the river.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Why did you guys just initially start meeting to even do this, to start a women's ministry? Like what was the feeling around that?
Everything about the women that I worked with, that were part of the
And
group.
this was-
We all have the same image. It's called Community Bible
Yeah,
Study. And they actually met here with their host church for 2 years.
It's non-denominational. Yeah.
But anyway, I knew the importance of just really having, a prayer request. Oh, I know who to call. I have my people. And then when we transitioned, I still continued for, I think, 2 years, and it was all good. But I just sensed that God called me out.
You converted, you
After we
stayed.
converted, I
Yeah.
stayed for, I think, 2 years. And it was fine. But then all of a sudden, God was like, I think I have something different. And I didn't know what that was. So I was keeping my eyes open for where God might be, or whatever. And so I just kind of laid back for 2 or 3 years, just kind of like, okay, God, what you got? And then this kind of, I'm friends with Christina, and I was kind of like,
Yeah, the Kingdom Builders event.
yes, that's
yeah.
right. The Kingdom Builders came, and I'm like, maybe that's it. And then you want to take it from there, because
that kind of sparked a little bit. When I walked into Kingdom Builders, was this in October?
Yeah, it was. It was October.
When I walked into Kingdom Builders, somebody said to me, and it could have been Laura Schuler, keep your mind open to us bringing this into St. Alphonsus. And instantly, without even seeing Kingdom Builders, I thought we need a women's group. And it wasn't long after that was I received an email from Emily Miner, who said, we're starting to brew something. And then I think what Emily Miner did, because I want to acknowledge her hard work and her constant obedience to the Holy Spirit, she started thinking about who can I reach out to that's like new blood, people who are ready with new energy and new excitement and start something completely from the ground up. And Emily Miner, along with Christina, started looking at options. Kingdom Builder was one. That eventually fell off the radar. Tell me more.
Yeah.
Fell off the radar the day we decided, or the day after we decided, this is what we're going to do.
So you decided we're going to do Kingdom Builders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the day after, you said no.
I don't know. I think
Yes,
we were.
We had a contract
Yeah.
in hand. We were
Yeah,
supposed to
that's
meet
right.
like the next day, and that
Yes,
night you guys
that's
all
right.
decided.
We all came back to the meeting and
Right.
was like,
There was just no one.
this doesn't feel right.
And it wasn't a bad program.
No.
Obviously, I mean, it was really good. It was involved a little bit more, and a little bit more.
There was less direction, I think, and structure to it.
I don't know what.
I
not
felt,
really sure.
like it didn't give enough freedom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
was
would
the
be mine.
roles, like we had to get all the roles together, and that was kind of intimidating a bit. I think there was some certain amount of that going on.
And if you
so-
really want to do Kingdom Builders, or if you're having it in St. Joe's and Lebanon,
oh right,
Yeah,
right.
exactly. And like I said, I think it's a wonderful program, but it just, for whatever reason, just didn't.
it's only once a month versus she is
Yeah.
9 weeks.
Yeah.
So that
Which
gives
is
you.
important to our formation. I feel like we decided early on that we were gonna meet, even though we didn't know what we were doing or who we were or why we were meeting necessarily. We didn't really have she as a strong leader for what we were gonna do, but we committed ourselves to meeting every week until we figured it out. We did a lot of
We did those videos by
Paradisia,
Yeah,
the
the
rosary.
rosary, the mysteries
Yes.
of the rosary. We did that
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
how many weeks?
7 during
seven
Lent,
weeks.
yeah.
Okay.
yeah, we
Yeah.
did that through Lent. We did
Yeah.
just some other random
Yeah.
things where we came together, got to know each other
Yes.
a bit,
And I
prayed, and
think it helped too, knowing that the men are doing that man is you, and she's kind of the women's counterpart to that. So it made sense too
Yes.
to pair those together.
Things just started
Yeah.
aligning.
Yeah.
And,
So what you guys came up with is she, and it will meet every Tuesday at 7 p.m. beginning September 16th, going through November 18th. And this is what would be the first session. Is this correct?
Right.
kind of based in semesters. Like we did 9 weeks, and we will skip fall break, things like that. So if you're involved in the school calendar at all, it'll be very school calendar friendly. Tuesday nights, basically when there's school through Thanksgiving.
And what's the format of an evening if you show up?
We'll do 30 minutes. We'll come together and have 30 minutes of kind of fellowship time. If you're
and of some sort.
And then we watch our video, and then we get into our small groups after that, and we'll have some discussion questions, and there'll be like little small table leaders at each table that kind of start that and start the conversations.
And the videos are like
20, 30 minutes.
and they're delightful.
Right. They're very good.
You get the best of both worlds, I think, in this program. You get basically a really polished, really well put together content or teaching or conversation, and then you come together with your peers, your fellow parishioners, and do it and talk about it. And so you get the wisdom of the people in your community and how this relates to us as that family, how it relates to me personally. You share that and chew it up with each other.
Well, and it says so we have a link on the St. Alphonsus website for she. It's in the Learn and Grow Dropbox.
Or you can just do zionsvillecatholic.com/she.
Or you can do that. And people can register. They register on this site and request to join. And they don't have to do anything to join.
Or you show up that night, you can join there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the earlier the better, so you can put in your small group.
Yeah. Rachel, you might want to talk about how we're doing the small groups, like getting the small groups together.
Yeah, so it's going to be right now. We don't know how many. Right now, there's 29 of us signed up. I think that was the latest.
And we haven't like. I think this is our first conversation that we're having, really.
Zero PR.
The nice thing is the men meet in the morning.
Yes.
So mom helps with the kids in the morning, and then the woman comes at night, and the men put the kids to bed.
Right.
So it's a nice compliment.
One thing though, you don't have to be a mom. I just wanted to make sure that this is like
A mom's group.
it's not a mom's
it's not.
group. It's a women. Anybody who is woman. The content is applicable. We're all God's children, but just the nuances of being a woman today, what that means.
So what if you wanted to bring a friend that wasn't Catholic? Would that be okay?
I think it'd be just
Bring it.
I would hope
the
so.
more the merrier.
So there's no box. You don't have to be married. You don't have to have children.
You can be
you don't
18, 90, beyond.
And what about those women who are going to miss a session here and there? Are you missing out on anything? Will it impact your experience?
You're missing out, but you're also fine. Their content is all available. Once you're registered, I think you can get the content online. If you miss a session, you're going to miss the fellowship and the discussion that you can catch up. And it doesn't build on itself. It's each week is like stands alone, thank you, to itself. And so if you miss one, just come next week. Come if you're going to be late, come anyway. Just walk in.
I want to acknowledge the ladies that are not here with us who are going to play a big role. We have Barbara Moran. She's doing registration. She's the communications coordinator. Barbara Moran is a delightful lady to have a part of this group. Her faith runs so deep. She is on her way to be a spiritual director. She also created the parish prayer for the parish revival. She wrote that. She often is the lady that will start the group in prayer, from what I saw. And then we have Kate Shea. She's audio video coordinator, as we just said. We have the lovely Dawn Hollifield. Anytime I'm around Dawn, I feel like I need to be on the SBA. She is delightful. She laughs because you guys are super good friends, right?
We're pals. We just spent the weekend together being on our very best behavior.
She's hospitality and outreach coordinator. So that fits. So I have a big question. Just please answer it from your heart. I'd like to ask this question for myself when I am wanting to commit to something. Hopefully we've laid out what she looks like, that it is a beautiful opportunity for women to be themselves, to be together, be on this journey with Jesus, come closer in fellowship. For those who are kind of on the fence, can you share the why? Why attend she?
I have one. It's easy. As a participant, it will be easy. The hardest part's going to be signing up and driving to the church. Once you're there, it's easy. There's no homework.
And absolutely, that's like true. I think ultimately, switching from very practical, as true as it is, long and then to a spiritual track, is that it's all about maximizing your relationship with Christ. So wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you're gonna be encouraged. You don't have to be the most whatever, virtuous, whatever label you want to come up with. Or you might be new. You might like, what is this all about? That's fine. We're just a bunch of women. And the goal is to draw closer to Christ, both as individuals, because a lot of what happens in our lives is outside of that.
Mhm.
Obviously, hour and a half. But so you have something to chew on, something to pray about for the week, gives you some structure. So I just think it gives you, like I said, a framework for growing in Christ, but then also growing in friendships. I think we were praying beforehand before this all started, and I think God knows what He wants to do here. We don't really know. We're just kind of coming and saying, okay, this is the venue that or avenue that you've chosen for us, and we know that's what's so encouraging. When we would have doubts,
I just want to say, why not come? We as women have so much to balance out in our daily day-to-day lives. Come, sit down, talk, to people that you've never met before. I mean, and relax, having something to eat, and just get your spiritual cup filled. I mean, this is what it's all about. We all need this. Catholic women, even though this she has not officially started, us women meeting together, it's been filling my cup from week to week. The videos that we've watched, the discussions that we've had, and my mom is very virtuous and very Catholic, and has taught me most of what I know. And I'm coming home telling her, I'm like, Mom, I learned this today. Because I'm getting these different perspectives. And this is what she is also going to bring to you ladies out there.
And that's really what church is. I had a professor once say, church is us working on each other. And that always echoes in my head because God works through each of us. And so if you're not you're not interacting with other people in that way, and you're opening up about your faith and your vulnerability, you're not allowing God in there to work on.
I experienced last summer a personal friend cleanse where some of my friends who I'd had for many, many years, I felt like they'd run their course. I made some big changes in my life. So my thinking and my psyche was different. And I kind of made space for new friends and other women to come into my life who had more of a Christ-filled center. And one of my dear friends, Molly Hardebeck, said to me at the time, if your friendships aren't Christ-filled, what are you doing? And it's different for me to have relationships where there isn't that baseline where I can openly talk about Jesus and openly talk about God and the Holy Spirit. That's a different feel than a relationship where I can almost just see without talking that we're on the same page when it comes to our spiritual walk. And so you ladies have put together a platform where women can come and start to build friendships that have value, that have meaning, that can be long lasting. And if there is, some emptiness or some space, they can fill that with something very enriching and good. And I commend you ladies for sticking it out, because honestly, it was getting a little dicey there.
yeah.
It's getting unfun. You have done it. You have done it. But it's also a testament of patience, and it's not our timing.
Yeah.
And these are the kinds of conversations, if you want to have them, these are the kinds of conversations and laughter and joy that we can have by attending. So good for you, ladies. Stuff.
I just want to thank Emily Miner for sending me that email to get me there, and Annie for hosting us that really rainy night in November. I mean, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what this is going to be. I don't know what's going to happen about all this, but I'm just going to keep coming because they keep putting dates, and I'm going to be there.
Yep, it's His timing. He changes us in little ways, and all of a sudden we wake up and we go, oh yeah, I do want to do this. So you're on your way. You guys are on your way.
We do have an email that I think doesn't it go to you and Kate? And then you kind of delegate where this is our moment to send on a
Super technically advanced. If you would like to join our team, please call the parish office.
We're figuring all that out. But yeah, we do have an email.
There is an email.
Someone may or may not read it.
Yes, I think they will. They will definitely read it.
It's the South She team. Say that fast. It's the South She team. So email them with questions. It's It's she@zionsvillecatholic.com. So, and also your questions probably could even be answered if you go to the, what was it again, Christina?
zionsvillecatholic.com/she.
Yep. September 16th, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. You don't have anything going on, just go.
It's far enough in advance. You can plug your calendar.
Yes. I will be there. I'm going to come on September 16th.
Maybe
Who would I be if I sat here and tooted your horn, but I didn't join you on this journey? I believe in this.
Maybe we can even be there live and record people.
I just got chills. Holy Spirit chills coming to you live.
Too much. All right. Well, thank you, ladies, for coming.
Such a blessing.
Yeah. So we're very excited for this to come to our parish, and then I think it'll hopefully build that community and revive spirits.
You mentioned the prayer that Barbara wrote for the parish revival. We prayed that every week when we were together. This is it, ladies.
Yeah.
This is part of the revival there.
Oh, how touching. Well, we're having another parish revival in the spring. So
There
we'll
you
see what
go.
comes from that. All right, ladies. Well, thank you so much.
She shall be called.
Woman.
Tuesday, September 16th, 7 p.m. in Parish Hall.
Beautiful.
All right.
Yes.
Thanks.
If you would like to hear more Holy Banter, please check out our podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcast.